Sego, Mochia, Bonjour, Tanizi, Kwe, Bonjour, hello. Let's take a little bit of time to talk about how to evaluate our learners in SVI programs. All the courses contained in the SVI program comes with prototypes for evaluation. However, it is not mandatory to use those evaluations. You can actually use them as starting points when devising your own form of evaluation for your SVI learners. I know that we have a different view of evaluation. And in this case, evaluation is not a competitive thing. The evaluation process allows the learner to be able to develop a greater knowledge of how they are doing within the program and how they are measuring themselves in comparison to the criteria that was established for the program. And it also provides us with an opportunity to address some of the areas of difficulties with them and to give them choices in terms of what further resources or support they will need in order to be successful in these programs. Each prototype comes with 4 different tools. The first is the definition of evaluation domain, or the DED. You also will have a guide for the administration of the evaluation, student booklets, as well as a correction guide or correction grids in order to carry out the corrections at the end of the evaluation. Within the DED, you will find the elements defined that should or could be evaluated within this SVI. Again, it is up to you to look at those elements and decide which ones apply to your learner while you are building your own evaluation for them. Within the guidelines for the administration of evaluations, you will also find different things. The evaluation itself, how to prepare for the evaluation for yourself as well as for the learners, in addition to the needs within the evaluation time, so the time allotted for the evaluation, as well as to the resources that are recommended or needed to complete the evaluation. And finally, there is also what to do once the evaluation is completed. So what documentation will the teachers or the mentors retain and transfer, as well as what the students actually have to remit with the examination. So in fact, these guidelines provide you with the steps to follow within the evaluation situation itself. Each of the student booklets is set up in the same way. Begin by providing a situation to the learner or to the student and the context in which that situation is actually taking place. It will also explain to the learner what tasks need to be carried out or undertaken by them, as well as what tools and resources they can access during this evaluation. Finally, it'll also explain to them the amount of time that they are allotted to be able to complete this. So all of the work that is being done by the learner during the process of evaluation is actually done within the student booklet. And it is important to retain that because it is what the learner will actually remit at the end of all of the evaluation. The correction guide is provided for us in a way of assisting us in the actual correction of the evaluations completed by our learners. In there you will find a grid of evaluation as well as suggested criteria for each of the competencies and to be able to weight your competencies and how well they've been acquired. In larger centers, standardization may be valued more than in smaller centers. And in these cases, they may use more of a team approach to be able to review the criteria and to establish for themselves what it is they are expecting from the learners so that they can have a more equitable or standardized form of looking at all evaluations. But for us, we know that we have smaller centers and less personnel. Though a team approach could be used in the same way as in the larger centers, we know our students, and so that our evaluations are often more personal since we know the student and the learner who has undertaken the evaluation. However, we do need to take a step back and to try and be as objective as possible, and also to review not the evaluation itself with the students, but to have the discussion with the students following the evaluation as to what strengths and what areas still need to be able to work on. So in summary, when we are looking at the evaluation process, it is not so much for us to pass judgment upon the learners. And we would like to discourage our learners from doing that and comparing themselves to others. However, it becomes a tool for us to be able to monitor progress and development throughout the whole process. For students, it may provide them with some clarity as to how well they've accomplished certain tasks and give them an idea of how much more effort may be needed in one area, or do they feel that they have acquired this competency sufficiently to be able to move on to something else. For us, it will give us a lot of information as to how they learn and what it is that they may need in terms of support or resources to continue to be successful in an SVI program. For more information about the evaluation process or assistance in being able to build your own evaluations, please do not hesitate to contact us at la TREAQ for l'équipe choc organisationnelle. Niawa, welalan, tinash kumitin, miigwech, nakomik. Merci. Thank you.